The planet of Sharith was once the jewel of the Illa Empire, its sprawling cities, glittering skyways, and advanced technology a testament to the Empire's might. But when the mysterious enemy, known only as the Wraith, descended from the deep reaches of space, the once great empire was brought to its knees. Within a matter of days, Sharith's vast armadas were crippled, its capital cities reduced to rubble, and its people scattered to the stars. The Illa were left broken and leaderless, desperate and lost in the wake of an enemy they didn't understand and couldn't fight. But the Illa were not the only species to have felt the sting of the Wraith's assault. The destruction spread like wildfire through the galaxy, toppling empires and destabilizing the once thriving trade routes. As the Illa's great fleets fell, a distress signal was sent to an unlikely source: humanity. It was a year after the Wraith's first strike that humanity made contact with the Illa survivors. Earth, still a relatively new player in the galactic community, had yet to prove itself among the stars. But the Illa had no choice but to seek out Earth's assistance. Their society had been devastated, their people scattered across the galaxy with nowhere to go and no way to rebuild. Humanity, however, saw opportunity where others saw disaster. While the Illa were struggling to understand the scale of their loss, humans had been dealing with their own forms of destruction for centuries: wars, resource depletion, environmental collapse, only to rebuild again and again, stronger and more capable. Earth had become a world forged in the fire of adversity. It was a planet that had learned to survive and, more importantly, to thrive in the aftermath of ruin. The Illa were skeptical at first. What could a species so young, so inexperienced, in galactic affairs, possibly offer them? But when the humans arrived with cargo ships laden with supplies, medical teams, and a robust plan for relocation, the Illa realized they had made the right call. Humans didn't just offer them help, they offered them a new start: the human refugee. Plan Humanity's first step was to take in the Illa refugees. Hundreds of thousands of survivors were brought to Earth and its neighboring colonies, where they were offered asylum, food, and medical care. In return, the Illa shared what little they had left: fragmented data on their technology, military tactics, and, perhaps most importantly, their understanding of the Wraith. But it wasn't just about survival. The humans understood that. Rebuilding Sharith and the entire Illa civilization would require more than just protection and resources. It would take time, patience, and an entirely new way of thinking. The Illa, accustomed to an orderly and efficient system, had to adapt to the rough-and-tumble, resourceful mindset of humans. In the colonies, humans showed the Illa how to use their technology to extract resources more efficiently, how to terraform hostile worlds to become habitable, and how to use every scrap of available materials. This wasn't just rebuilding, it was rethinking what it meant to survive and flourish in a galaxy that had suddenly become a far more dangerous place. It was about making do with what you had, being resourceful in the face of uncertainty, and turning scarcity into strength. Human engineers worked side by side with Illa scientists to reverse engineer advanced alien technology, adapting it to fit their new environment. Spacecraft were rebuilt from the remnants of fallen warships. Colonies that had once struggled to support life now thrived under the humans' direction, using efficient energy systems and advanced agricultural practices that were foreign to the Illa but came naturally to the human way of life. The gathering of the allies as the Illa slowly rebuilt their civilization. Humanity's influence began to spread throughout the galaxy. Once their most powerful foes, the Wraith remained an enigma, leaving only devastation in their wake, striking without warning or clear purpose. But humanity's growing presence in the galaxy did not go unnoticed. Slowly, other species began to join the efforts of the Human-Illa alliance, many of them former enemies of the Illa. and began to contribute their own resources and knowledge. A new alliance formed, a coalition of races who had once been divided by war, but now united by the common goal of avenging the fall of the Ilar Empire. The Ilar, now rearmed and emboldened by their alliance with humanity, played a crucial role in organizing the resistance. Yet it was humanity's tactics that proved invaluable. With the Ilar's advanced tech and the humans' ability to adapt it in the most unexpected ways, the alliance began to form a united front against the Wraith. Wraith tactics, linear and caste-driven. The Wraith's tactics were brutally efficient but deeply rooted in their rigid caste-based society. Their military forces were divided into specialized castes, each fulfilling a specific role in their war. Machine. At the top were the commanders, who orchestrated operations with cold precision. Beneath them were the warriors, bred and trained solely for combat, and the engineers, responsible for maintaining and deploying their formidable technology. Support castes, such as scouts and sentries, provided reconnaissance and defended key positions. This compartmentalization made their strategies highly structured but predictable. The Wraith relied on overwhelming force and strict adherence to doctrine. Their initial strikes were designed to cripple their enemies quickly by targeting critical infrastructure, power grids, communication hubs, and logistical centers. Wraith warriors deployed en masse, their discipline and coordination making them a terrifyingly effective force in battle. Meanwhile, the engineers used advanced technologies to fortify positions and repair damages, ensuring prolonged campaigns if necessary. However, their rigid hierarchy also became a vulnerability, with each caste focused narrowly on its assigned role. The Wraith struggled to adapt when their plans were disrupted. This inflexibility was further compounded by their centralized command structure, an Achilles heel that humanity would exploit to devastating effect. Human tactics, blending quantum tech, AI, and raw ingenuity, humanity's response to the Wraith was anything but linear. Drawing on centuries of unconventional warfare, humans turned to asymmetrical tactics, blending cutting-edge quantum technology, artificial intelligence, AI, and raw ingenuity. AI-driven predictive systems played a key role in outthinking the Wraith's caste-driven strategies. These systems analyzed countless variables in real time, forecasting Wraith movements and identifying weak points in their rigid hierarchy. To counter the Wraith's disciplined castes, humans developed adaptive drone swarms powered by quantum AI. These drones operated autonomously, coordinating attacks dynamically and exploiting gaps in the Wraith's caste roles. For instance, when warriors pressed an assault, human drones bypassed them to strike vulnerable engineers and disrupt repairs. Augmented thinking became a pivotal advancement. Human soldiers equipped with neural interfaces connected directly to battlefield AI systems gained access to real-time tactical data and enhanced reflexes. This technology allowed them to outmaneuver Wraith warriors, whose reliance on brute force could not match human adaptability. Biological and nanotechnologies were also deployed with devastating efficiency. Humanity developed nanite swarms capable of infiltrating Wraith structures, sabotaging their machinery, and even targeting specific castes by identifying unique genetic markers. Engineered pathogens were designed to incapacitate Wraith warriors or disrupt their biological cohesion, neutralizing their combat effectiveness without harming allied forces. Brutality and deception remained hallmark strategies. Humans created decoy fleets to lure Wraith forces into traps, only to ambush them with hidden strike groups. They rigged derelict ships with explosives, turning them into devastating Trojan horses. Using salvaged Wraith technology, human engineers built stealth systems that allowed their operatives to infiltrate enemy strongholds undetected, planting viruses and explosives deep within the Wraith's command infrastructure. One of the most ingenious human innovations was the combination of quantum-based hacking with psychological warfare. By targeting the Wraith's rigid caste structure, humans sowed confusion and chaos. For example, false signals sent to commanders led to contradictory orders, paralyzing entire Wraith battalions. The unpredictability of human tactics disrupted the Wraith's mechanical precision, forcing them to adapt, a challenge their rigid society was ill-equipped to handle. The final battle, breaking the Wraith's hold, the Alliance's growing strength culminated in a final, coordinated assault on the Wraith's central stronghold, a massive, fortified command center deep in the uncharted regions of the galaxy. The Wraith's rigid caste structure had made them formidable, but also predictable. Using the intelligence gathered from prior skirmishes and the Wraith's own captured data, the Alliance devised a multi-layered strategy that leveraged every species' unique strengths. Humanity's quantum-based AI systems played a pivotal role in this strategy. Predictive algorithms mapped out the Wraith's likely responses, while neural-linked command teams orchestrated the Alliance's diverse fleets with near-flawless precision. Adaptive drone swarms were deployed to disrupt the Wraith's defensive perimeters, targeting key engineers and disabling repair systems. Meanwhile, stealth units infiltrated the Wraith's command structure, planting quantum viruses designed to overload their centralized coordination networks. As the battle raged, the Alliance's combined forces demonstrated unprecedented cohesion. The healer's precision strikes, the human's unpredictable tactics, and the other species' specialized contributions created a synergy the Wraith could not counter. The rigid caste system that had once been the Wraith's greatest strength now became their downfall, as the Alliance's adaptable strategies exploited every weakness in their hierarchical structure. Despite their initial setbacks, the Wraith fought with their characteristic ferocity. Warriors launched relentless counterattacks, while engineers scrambled to maintain their fortifications. Scouts and sentries moved swiftly to intercept infiltration attempts, but the Alliance had planned for every contingency. Human-led infiltration. Teams, equipped with advanced stealth technology and quantum disruption devices, bypassed the Wraith's defenses to strike at their critical infrastructure. Key power hubs and communication relays were sabotaged, further disorganizing the Wraith's forces. The fall of the Wraith. The turning point came when the Alliance succeeded in severing the Wraith's centralized command network. Without the commanders to direct them, the Wraith forces became disorganized and vulnerable. The once unstoppable warriors faltered, their assaults losing cohesion. The engineers, cut off from reinforcements, could no longer maintain their defensive structures. One by one, the Wraith's key positions fell, their stronghold collapsing, under the relentless pressure of the Alliance's coordinated assault. In a final act of desperation, the remaining Wraith forces attempted to retreat into deep space, but the Alliance had anticipated this move. Human-led strike teams, equipped with advanced stealth technology, intercepted the fleeing Wraith ships, ensuring that no remnants of their leadership escaped to rebuild. The battle ended with a decisive victory, the Wraith's empire shattered beyond recovery, a new era of unity. With the Wraith defeated, the galaxy began the arduous process of rebuilding. The Alliance, forged in the crucible of war, became a beacon of hope and cooperation. Humanity, once seen as an inexperienced newcomer to the galactic stage, was now hailed as a vital force for innovation and resilience. The Ilar, having risen from the ashes of their former empire, stood as equals alongside their human allies and the other species of the Alliance. Together, they worked to restore the ravaged worlds left in the wake of the Wraith's destruction. Advanced technologies, shared freely among the Alliance members, accelerated the rebuilding process. Former enemies became partners, united by a shared vision of a galaxy where diversity and cooperation could overcome even the greatest challenges. The Scavenger's Edge, humanity's resourcefulness and ingenuity, earned them a new title among the stars. The Scavenger's Edge. They had taken the remnants of a shattered galaxy and turned them into tools of survival and progress. Their willingness to adapt, innovate, and lead by example became the cornerstone of the new galactic order. As the Alliance expanded and strengthened, the memory of the Wraith's tyranny served as a reminder of what could be achieved through unity and determination. And while the scars of war would never fully fade, the galaxy had been given a second chance, one shaped by the resilience and courage of those who had refused to surrender to despair. In the years that followed, humanity continued to push the boundaries of exploration and innovation, inspiring other species to do the same. The Scavenger's Edge was no longer just a moniker. It was a legacy, a testament to the enduring power of hope and the unyielding spirit of survival.